downtown Detroit, 1600 Clay Street. This is like a community of artists in an old, crappy warehouse district. I do mean old and crappy. I mean, I wouldn't be caught dead here at night, or probably in the day either, but here I am going upstairs to fix a couple pinball games. This is an old warehouse that has been repurposed for artists, and a guy's got a couple pinball machines. This is just wacky. I mean, this is like the, I don't know, second or third floor. There's all kinds of like weird art going on, like half a car butted into a wall. Wow, this is some funky stuff. So we're working on the Blackjack, and there was kind of a weird problem. The MPU had a lot of corrosion, and so I just flipped a new dash 17 in that I had rebuilt. I had bead blasted the corrosion, had replaced all the sockets, these closed frame augets, they gotta go. Converted it to a single 2732 at U2 instead of one there and one at U6. And that minimizes, you know, a socket. And it runs. I mean, here, watch. You can watch the boot procedure. I always put a new LED in, nice and bright, and see the flicker. And then 1 flash, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And it comes up. And the displays are all on except for this one over here, which I actually have unplugged. And I'll show you why I have it unplugged. I will put it back on there. Now watch the LED. Flicker, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And lock on. And the whole boot process just stops. Really weird, huh? Okay, so as a test, we'll turn it back off. And again, we'll remove this score display. And we'll try it again. Flicker, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And game boots. So there's something dragging an address line down on this display. I got the score display out, and my guess is that when somebody resoldered, I can tell the header pins have been resoldered, that when they resoldered one of these, that there might be a little like angel hair short between two of the pins, and I think it's the ones on the left here that are most important, but we need to check them all. Like right here, those two look really close. So what I'll do is I'll wire brush it, and then I won't even check for continuity. I'll just like scrape it with a little screwdriver between it just to make sure that there's nothing between them. These three, yes, those are supposed to be soldered together, so that's okay. But I suspect that this is the problem, and it's something that's very, very tight, because every once in a while it would boot. But that's my guess. So I just took my little flathead screwdriver and went between each one of the pins and just scraped the flux out. Then I took my stainless steel wire brush and wire brushed it real firmly. And now, I don't know if you can see it, you probably have difficulty, the camera will have difficulty focusing on it, but it's a lot cleaner between the pins. And I think that there was just like a little angel hair in the flux that would just give continuity sometimes, because a lot of times it would boot and sometimes it wouldn't. Display back in and connector on. So let's look at the LED on the MPU board. Flicker, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's exactly what was going on. Was a short here was causing a problem, and now we have our displays running, and the game is up. Well, this brings me back to his original board. Even though it has a lot of corrosion on the ground plane, I thought the board had bigger issues because of the 5 flash thing, but seeing how when I put my rework board in, it only got to the 5 flash, I knew it was something else. And I don't know why I went to the score displays. Well, heck, there's no soundboard. The only thing that uses address and data lines, I guess, would be, I actually nothing other than the score displays. I mean, I guess the lamp driver board to some degree and the solenoid driver board here, but those are easy to disconnect. Just disconnect that guy, and then the only thing left is the score displays. No soundboard again. But anyways, so I'm going to put this back in there. I've cleaned up a little bit of the corrosion and then took some clear nail polish and put it over the traces that are now shiny copper. Replaced a couple pins here because they were really corroded, and had to replace the female side too on the housing, and converted it to the single EEPROM so that we don't utilize the U6. Though I don't think this is a long-term viable board. The guy is selling the game. He just wants to get the game working literally for 5 minutes, long enough to sell it. So he doesn't want to spend a lot of money, opposed to, you know, doing an exchange, and this would probably cost them, you know, $100 for an exchange, where I've taken care of the corrosion and replaced all the sockets. All right, let's watch the LED flicker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it comes up 2, and we look good. Aside from one of the chime units not working, the game is ready to play.